Yeah, very tough act to follow. So this is my second case. 50-year-old lady, diminished vision in both the eyes since 2 months. History of fever since 2 months ago. She consulted an ophthalmologist. I know I'm presenting to a predominantly North Indian panel. We see a lot of post-fever retinitis here in South India. So it's pretty common for most ophthalmologists to diagnose it and start on steroids. She was also an uncontrolled diabetic. Some of the investigations done was for dengue, chikungunya, and for rickettsia, which were not remarkable, and the blood count was normal. She was not anemic or anything. Okay. So vision in the right eye was 6/9, left eye 6/18, 1 plus cells in the vitreous phase and 2 plus cells in the left eye also. So you can see these fluffy lesions, retinal lesions, and one important thing is are these endovascular kind of plaques that we see. And in the left eye also, the AV ratio is changed, and this kind of relationship with the artery and vein stands out, and there are these yellowish fluffy lesions around the superior arcade and inferotemporal to the disc. This is an OCT through those lesions, which shows hyperreflective inner layers and overlying vitreous cells. So her HbA1c was raised 8.1, BP was normal for her, and the fasting sugars was 196, creatinine was 1.6, and we have a habit of getting COVID antibodies for such cases also, just to rule out any post-COVID fever retinitis, which we are again seeing a lot of. And she was started on doxycycline 100 milligram 12 hourly and prednisolone 1 mg per kg body weight, tapered weekly by 5 mg under physician supervision. So this was her 6 weeks later. We see a resolution of the retinitis patches. The endovascular plaques remain, and there is this now in retrospect, I feel that there is some hemorrhage here, which is making the superior arcade a bit hazy, and this is a pre-retinal hemorrhage. And there is a fine frond of neovascularization which is seen, and this is the comparison of her presentation and 6 weeks pictures. Now what we did, we continued the same treatment because we felt we'll just observe, because we see neovascularization fine once they eventually burn out. In post-fever retinitis, it's very uncommon to have neovascularization, and even if they do happen, they become fibrous very quickly, and we don't do laser for such cases. This is all anecdotal. We see around 40-50 cases of epidemic retinitis every season, usually related to dengue, chikungunya, and now we have seen post-COVID retinitis about 23 eyes in 17 patients. So that's our observation. So the right eye vision now was 612 and left eye was 624. And now this patient didn't have that hemorrhage which was overlying the superior arcade. There was this very taut hyaloid. There was no traction. There was some ILM folds, but it was globally adherent. There was no traction as such. And in the right eye also, there are these ILM folds, very minimal. And again, the plaques are there, and these retinitis patches are healing. But what was interesting was that she had developed subhyaloid hemorrhage in the right eye and left eye, with some pre-retinal hemorrhage in the nasal fundus of the left eye. This is the right eye FFA, which shows vessel wall staining, and here also. So this is the left eye FFA, which is very impressive. This kind of frond of neovascularization, very filiform sorts, which is leaking profusely in the late phases. So this is at follow-up presentation, 6 weeks and 2 months after that. Presentation 6 weeks and 2 months after that. You can see that this pre-retinal hemorrhage has resolved spontaneously at this point in time. So we did a peripheral laser for this patient in both the eyes, considering the hemorrhages which were pre-retinal and this neovascularization which had developed. So then she comes back. She comes back to us on this follow-up was on 6th March, the previous picture, and she comes back on 19th March, and her vision is 624 in the right eye and 4 meters in the left eye. She had developed this pre-retinal hemorrhage in the superior area, and she had developed a vitreous hemorrhage in the left eye now. We advised a right eye fill-in laser and a left eye Avastin followed by surgery, but she has not come back since 19th of March. So this is the montage. You can see the peripheral laser which we had done previously, and this kind of progressed in just 12-13 days to what it is seen now. So this is open for discussion now. She is diabetic, and there is an acceleration of vascular retinopathy, and we don't know if she had pre-existing diabetic retinopathy, at least not proliferative, because what was seen was only retinitis at presentation. So it's a very bizarre sort of case, and we are seeing a lot of bizarre cases in this COVID pandemic. Simar and Mohit know my liking for COVID tests in all these cases. So